Hello friend, Conscious Humaning here, good to see you. And today we're going to be learning about the two types of meditation that you can do. You can either do clearing or you can do tuning, and both are valid for where you are. So you can look at meditation in two ways. Why even do it? Meditation is here to help you get into the right mindset and help you to get into a positive emotional state. A positive emotional state is useful for so many reasons, because when you are positive, you have more good chemicals in your body, like serotonin and oxytocin. These chemicals are the opposite of stress, so you have a biological advantage to meditating because we live in such a stressful world sometimes. You can create a harmonious environment within your body in terms of balancing out all the stress chemicals, because let's face it, a lot of life's challenges and just sometimes going through the day-to-day can be really stressful. We live stressful lives, and meditating really does give us the tools to think clearly. When we're stressed, we tend not to do that. We tend to react instinctively, and meditation enables us to keep a clear mind. So the first advantage is biological. The second is vibrational. So I believe that our thoughts create our reality, and through meditation we can find a way to create the lives of our dreams. And I have had several instances in my life where I felt that I was stuck, and through meditation I really was able to connect to the deepest part of me where creativity comes from, and you can problem solve your way out in a very out of the box way. So my belief is that when I do that, I actually receive my guidance from source itself, from the universe, from God, whatever you want to call it. And I was able to find a way out of whatever situation I was in a creative and smooth way. So I find staying in a positive mindset is essential to living life and living life happily. So even if you don't believe all of that, it makes sense that in order to be happy, you have to practice happiness. And so meditation can be beneficial just to be able to be happy. Doesn't it make sense that you practice happiness like a muscle? And then the more happy you are and the more you practice happiness, the more happiness becomes your dominant state of being. So no matter which school of thought you're in, meditation is always going to be a good thing. So you can approach it in one of two ways. You've got clearing and you've got tuning. So let's talk about clearing first. The word clearing by itself has a connotation of us going around and we've picked up some baggage. That baggage can be in the form of beliefs that no longer serve us, or it can be something deeper like traumas that are taking our mind's eye back into the past or into the future, where we are worrying about our future. So you're either reliving your past or worrying about the future, and you're not where you're meant to be, which is the present moment. So clearing enables us to clear the baggage. So imagine a basket, and imagine you are the basket. You go through your life and you're collecting lots of different life experiences that make you feel a different way every time. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, and at the end of the day it makes you feel a certain way about the way you feel about yourself, the way you feel about your life in general. And there are certainly going to be experiences that create beliefs within you that are not serving you anymore. And the longer you go through your life, the more of these negative beliefs that you have within you, it's like your basket is full of all of this rubbish that you then need to clear out. You need to tip that out. So this is really useful because some people have beliefs like, I am not good enough. Well, where did that come from? Well, you have beliefs inside you that came from childhood that are certainly not serving you anymore. And that'll be good to tip that out. You wouldn't live in a cluttered house. You wouldn't live in a dirty house. So you would clean your house. And in the same way, you don't want to live in a cluttered mind either. So there are certain beliefs that no longer serves us, that it's good to have a spring clean of every once in a while. So I like to call that the basket approach. Now, the basket approach is a great way to get from feeling bad to a state of feeling good. However, that's only going to get you so far. And my favorite is the tuning approach. It is a much faster way of getting to happiness and then manifesting the life of your dreams. So this is the way that's going to be the predominant way that I will be teaching meditation on this channel. However, the basket approach has its place. So I would like to give you all the tools so that then you can choose the best tool that's right for you, depending on the mental state that you're in for whatever life stage that you're at right now. So the tuning approach is, you imagine that instead of being like a basket, you're more like a radio. That you can choose the radio station and the channel that you're receiving. So you have the emotional scale with despair at one end, all the way to your joy and happiness on the other end. And it is your job to tune yourself away from the negative feelings towards neutral, and then eventually you'll be able to reach towards good feeling thoughts and good feeling emotions, and then practice staying at the good feeling end for as long as you are able. And what this does is it changes your vibrational set point, and we'll talk more about vibrational set points later on in the channel. So, tuning. Tuning is actually harder to do when you are in a state of despair, because it's really difficult to tune yourself away, because most people try too hard and they have a lot of things going on that actually using the clearing approach is easier at the first stage. So on the channel, we will be going through a whole host of clearing videos, and once we've covered all of that, then we'll go on to the tuning videos. And you can always come back to the clearing videos if you ever feel that you're going through something that you just need to clear out of your system, then they're there. But the tuning videos will be the predominant way that I will be teaching meditation on this channel. For the next couple of weeks, though, we're going to be going through clearing strategies. One of the main ways that we can do clearing within our bodies is to understand the 7 major energy centers within the body, usually that align with where your spine is. So have a look at this image. Now this image, you can see there are 7 colors that are aligned with your spine. So it starts with, right from the very bottom, you've got the red root chakra. We'll call these chakras. You can imagine that each of these energy centers are like energy wheels, like vortices of swirling energy, and we call them chakras. A chakra is roughly translated as circle or wheel. So you imagine these wheels of different energy swirling through your body. Each chakra governs a different energy, which we're going to look at in a minute. So you've got right at the very base, you have your root chakra. That's like a deep red. And the root chakra deals with everything physical. So we are born of the root, and anything that you want to create in your life, it has to have a strong root energy to really root it in reality, physical reality. So the root chakra is all about physical reality. So emotions such as safety, security, stability, these are all emotions that come from the root. So if you are in a life stage where you don't feel safe, this is the chakra I would recommend working on. The next one up is called your sacral chakra. Now, I actually find some of these words quite hard to say, so through the meditations I will just use the colour. So I like to call this the orange chakra, which is right behind the belly button. And this is your creativity centre. This is also where your sexual energy is at. So an imbalance in this chakra would be associated with sexual dysfunctions, withholding intimacy, a lack of creativity, and a sense of feeling emotionally isolated. So if you have any of these feelings, then this is the chakra you would work on to clear the belief patterns that would be stored here. The next one is the solar plexus, the yellow chakra, which is sort of on this sort of area here by your stomach, above your belly button. And this is where your sense of self-esteem is, your personal identity and your willpower. All of those things are associated with this yellow chakra. So personal power is so important and often misunderstood, because when somebody thinks of the word power, they associate it with the misuse of power. So if you feel that there are power issues in your life, that you don't feel that you have any power in your life, this is the chakra we would work on. So remember, when thinking of power, it is important to think about power to, not power over. So power to create the life that you want, which is positive. Power is now positive, not power over other people so that they do what you want. That's power used negatively. The fourth chakra is the heart chakra, located right behind the center of the chest. It's a bright green color. Sometimes it can be grass green. Other times people might describe it as a bottle green or an emerald green. Both are okay. Whatever way the construction comes for you, just trust that. Just trust the picture. When your heart chakra is in alignment, it brings all the lower chakras and the upper chakras working together in harmony. And this chakra is responsible for love, empathy, kindness and compassion, forgiveness, working together, having harmonious relationships with all. And when this chakra is out of balance, you may tend to feel lonely, you may feel isolated from others, you may feel unforgiving of others, and you might put yourself in the role of a victim or the rescuer. And it is important to bring this chakra into alignment so that you feel that you are a master in your life when it comes to your relationships with others in a healthy way. Misalignment with this chakra can manifest itself as holding grudges against the people you love, sometimes feeling jealous or overly defensive about yourself and others, and sometimes it can show itself as a fear of intimacy. So if you have any one of these things, then this is the chakra to work on. The fifth chakra is based at the neck, and it's this beautiful sky blue color. Your communication center is here. It represents the ability to speak and communicate clearly with others, say what you need to say. An imbalance in this chakra would present itself as shyness, anxiety, an inability to communicate clearly, being withdrawn, and sometimes it can go the opposite way and can even look like arrogance. So all of that is governed by the throat chakra. The sixth one is your third eye, around your forehead area, but it's in the middle, it's not on the actual forehead. Remember, it's aligned with the spine, so it's sort of in your head, sort of in level with that forehead area there. It is an indigo color, or like a really dark blue, maybe sort of a navy kind of color, not purple, okay? So it's still a blue, but a dark blue. And the third eye is where your imagination center is. And this is where you receive your communication from source, and you are able to have guidance and clarity. And an imbalance in this chakra would feel like an inability to know where to go next, feeling purposelessness, like you don't know what to do, and not having clarity around your life direction. This is the place where your intuition and your foresight comes from. So let's say you had a problem, you would be able to visualize the solution to that problem and have clarity around your problem when your third eye is clear. You will be able to see the solution to the problem in your imagination. The last one is your crown chakra, which is based right at the top of the head. Some people will be visualizing it as a purple ball right at the top, and some people visualize it as a sort of inverted bowl shape all over the top of your head there. And both of them are okay. There's no right or wrong way to do this. It's represented in a violet color. And this is your direct connection with source. This is where your spirit energy enters through the top of your head directly from source. An imbalance in this chakra would look like cynicism, disbelief in the spiritual in general, closed-mindedness, and a feeling of detachment from all that is. Usually people who have a strong, open crown chakra feel a oneness with everything. They feel they are not separate from everything around them. They feel at one, at peace with all that is. And this is a connection that can be forged and cultivated and made stronger with time. So working on this chakra will make you feel more at one with everything and with all people. Now, the way these chakras work together, I would say each one has its own body. So you have the physical, you've got your physical body, which is of the root, real dense physical matter. And then you've got the ethereal body, or the aura, if you will. And each level represents another layer that sort of surrounds your body, going out and further out. So whilst each of these energy levels work within that layer as well, each level works between each other in and out this way. So you have almost like a matrix of energies around you. And each one has to be clear so that the energy from source, from spirit, can come through, and you can be open to receiving your intuition, your guidance, your clarity, feeling love. You've got so many layers to you that each one of these layers needs to be open for you to be able to manifest clearly and well. So that was an introduction into clearing, what is clearing, and an introduction into the chakra energy system. This is Conscious Humaning, and I'll see you in the next one.